Have you ever wondered what modes of transportation the most powerful leaders in the world use? You might be surprised to learn that they possess private jets that are not just means of transportation, but also symbols of prestige and national power. As the world's leading superpower, the United States impresses with the Premier Air Force One, setting the standard for private jets globally. Similarly, Russian President Putin's private jet boasts luxurious interiors akin to a flying mini palace. And you'll be equally amazed by North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's private jet, equipped with state-of-the-art security systems, ensuring absolute safety for the leaders on every journey. Let's explore 11 luxurious and prestigious private jets of top world leaders. Number 11. China. Chinese President Xi Jinping doesn't have a private jet of his own. Instead, he uses a Boeing 747-400 from the state airline. However, this is no ordinary commercial aircraft. These planes are refurbished to optimize functionality, serving exclusively the country's leader on each trip. The head of the Chinese Communist Party uses two Boeings identified as B-2447 and B-2472, each valued at approximately $250 million. Interestingly, these planes remain in their civilian guise most of the time. About a month before a state visit, the chosen aircraft are refitted with special interiors. The upper deck of B-2472 is equipped with sleeping quarters, a lounge, and an office, where Xi Jinping usually sits and works during foreign trips. The space in this section is quite similar to the business class of a commercial aircraft. Specifically, the area for Xi Jinping includes a living room, a bedroom, and an office, occupying 1/3 of the total space of the massive airplane. The lower deck has two compartments for accompanying government officials who sit in first class. The service crew, including translators, bodyguards, and reporters, occupies the remaining compartment. On each flight for the Chinese president, the kitchen is equipped to serve meals to the leadership and the flight crew. The preparation for Xi Jinping's trips is also very meticulous, with the security personnel thoroughly inspecting the plane and the flight crew being carefully selected. Currently, China is also testing a Boeing 747-8, which is being modified to serve as a new private jet for Xi Jinping. The new plane is said to cost up to $380 million and can fly 14,000 kilometers without refueling. Number 10. North Korea. Not much information is available about the private jet named Chama-1 Falcon 1 of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, making it an intriguing mystery for international media. Kim Jong-un's private jet is an Ilyushin 62M, a long-range aircraft designed for intercontinental flights without refueling. This plane, first used in 1963, is operated by North Korea's state airline Air Koryo. According to NK News, the jet's name, Chama-1, is derived from a famous native bird, the falcon, which is a national symbol of the East Asian country. A Yonhap news agency article states that the plane's registration number, PRK 615, symbolizes the date when the two Koreas signed the joint declaration on June 15, 2000. The Chama-1 is equipped with modern interiors. Although not as large or spacious as Air Force One of US President Donald Trump, it still provides sufficient space for a conference table and a private office for Kim Jong-un, US. The North Korean Ilyushin 62M gained international attention in February 2018 when a high-level North Korean delegation, including Kim Jong-un's sister, Kim Yo-jong, used it to travel to South Korea for the opening ceremony of the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. The Chama-1 is powered by 4 Soloviev D-30Q engines, allowing it to reach a maximum speed of 900 km per hour and a range of about 10,000 kilometers. The plane is 53.12 meters long with a wingspan of 43.2 meters. Kim Yo-jong has used the Chama-1 to travel to Seoul for the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics in February 2018. Later, Kim Jong used this jet for his trip to Dalian, China in May 2018. However, for his visit to Singapore in June 2018 for a summit with President Trump, Kim Jong-un used a Boeing aircraft from China, an Air China-operated Boeing 747, typically used by Chinese leaders for international trips. Moreover, in September 2018, on his first overseas trip as North Korea's supreme leader, Kim Jong-un used the Ilyushin Il-62, a Cold War-era aircraft dubbed Air Force UN. The Ilyushin Illinois 62 was developed by the Ilyushin Design Bureau in the early 1960s. It made its maiden flight in 1963 and was the world's largest passenger aircraft at the time, with a capacity of nearly 200 passengers. Aviation experts believe the Il-62 is suitable for trips within 5,000 kilometers. Additionally, whenever Kim Jong-un travels abroad, he often brings his armored Mercedes-Benz Pullman Guard, adding to the aircraft's weight, limiting its range. What do you think about Kim Jong-un's private jet? Share your thoughts below. Number 9. Russia. The private jet carrying Russian President Vladimir Putin is nicknamed the Flying Kremlin due to its full amenities and safety measures comparable to his headquarters in Moscow. Russia has a special fleet called Rossiya, serving the head of state and top officials. The fleet will celebrate its 68th anniversary in 2024. The fleet consists of 2,500 personnel, renowned for their professionalism and ability to transport people and goods anywhere in the world under the most challenging conditions. The fleet uses Ilyushin Il-96, Tu-214 aircraft and Mi-38 helicopters, with Putin's preferred jet being the Il-96. When President Vladimir Putin travels abroad, most recently to North Korea and Vietnam in 2024, he typically flies on an Ilyushin Il-96, a large aircraft designed in the Soviet era. The Ilyushin Il-96 is 55 meters long with a wingspan of 60 meters, capable of reaching speeds up to 900 kilometers per hour, with 4 jet engines, while many foreign leaders' planes usually have 2 engines. This type of aircraft was designed in the 1980s at the Voronezh aircraft plant in Russia. Initially designed to carry 300 passengers, its first commercial flight was in 1992, according to Russia Beyond. The reason behind the president's preference for the Ilyushin Il-96 is simple: it was once considered Russia's most promising aircraft design and a pinnacle of Russian aircraft manufacturing. However, it was too expensive for airlines as its 4 engines doubled the fuel and maintenance costs compared to other planes. However, for the presidential fleet, these attributes are exactly what they need. According to RIA news agency, Russian Major General Vladimir Popov stated that the 4-engine configuration means that even if 2 engines fail, the plane can still ascend or descend and continue flying. Even with just 1 engine, the plane can fly up to 800 kilometers and land safely. Inside, the private jet carrying President Vladimir Putin is uniquely outfitted to the highest standards of communication and safety, earning it the nickname the Flying Kremlin. With its specialized communication capabilities, the plane can transmit encrypted messages from any altitude to any point on Earth through any communication channel. The exact details of the equipment on board are state secrets, with the public only knowing about the plane's comfort and living standards, which are almost equivalent to the Kremlin. The plane features a private office for the president, multiple meeting rooms, a conference hall, relaxation rooms, a guest room, a mini gym, a dining room, a bar, a bathroom, and a medical area equipped with resuscitation and emergency equipment. Some sources say the Il-96 300 Pew's interior was designed by renowned artist Ilya Glazunov, using decorations from the Netherlands and Switzerland. The plane's body is fitted with bulletproof glass and special electronic locks. All decorations are in light tones, accented by the 3 colors of the Russian flag. The interior features embroidered panels based on historical prints created by craftsmen at the Pavlovo-Pozad shawl factory. Images of the interior were revealed in 2018 when Putin allowed a student named Arslan Kapilov to tour the plane. Additionally, the Il-96 300 Pew is equipped with various jamming and warning systems to counter threats like surface-to-air missiles. The private jet carrying President Vladimir Putin must meet several stringent requirements, with the fundamental one being that everything must work perfectly. Even if a single seat doesn't recline, the plane is often swapped out, preventing it from going on a trip or blocking off a row to stop anyone from sitting there. Another inviolable rule is that the plane must operate fully autonomously, like a submarine. This means that maintenance and repairs are exclusively carried out by internal technical staff, and no one else can touch it at airports. When Putin travels abroad, at least 2 out of the 3 government Il-96s are prepared to keep specific details about the president's flight secret. What do you think of Putin's private jet? Share your thoughts below. Number 8. South Korea. The president of South Korea previously used a Boeing 747-4000 leased from Korean Air. This 200-seat aircraft, manufactured in 2001, is equipped with advanced communication and defense systems, including radar jammers and flares to divert missiles. In addition to the Boeing 747, the South Korean Air Force also operates a Boeing 737-300 and a CASA CN-235 for government travel. After the inauguration of President Yoon, he is now served by a Boeing 747-8i, marking a change after 11 years since 2001. The new aircraft can not only fly the fastest among current large planes at Mach 0.86, approximately 292.64 meters per second, but it can also fly 2,300 kilometers further with a wider fuselage. Since the South Korean Ministry of Defense signed a contract to purchase a new presidential aircraft in May 2020, the Boeing B747-8i-400 has been upgraded with advanced communication and security equipment to enhance defense capabilities against missile attacks. The aircraft's exterior has been repainted, and its interior, including the president's office, bedroom, and staff area, has been renovated. Under a 5-year lease contract valued at 300.29 billion won, the Boeing B747-8i-400 will officially serve as the presidential aircraft from November onwards. Known as Code 1, it will be the primary aircraft of the South Korean Air Force for the president's international travels. The presidential fleet also includes helicopters, 2 Kazan-235 military aircraft, and a Boeing 737-300 used for domestic travel. Currently, there is little information about the specific modifications made inside the South Korean president's aircraft. Number 7. Japan. Another country with a high-end presidential aircraft is Japan. According to the Japanese Ministry of Defense, the government uses 2 specially designed aircraft to transport senior government officials and the royal family on domestic and international trips. The 2 aircraft have identical paint schemes and use the call signs Air Force One and Air Force Two of Japan. They usually fly together, with one serving as a backup. The aircraft are operated by the 701st Squadron Special Airlift Group, Japan Air Self-Defense Force. The new Boeing 777-300ER aircraft has been in service since 2019, replacing the 2 Boeing 747-400 aircraft. The Japanese government used the 2 Boeing 747-400s since 1991, serving 14 different prime ministers. All Nippon Airways provides maintenance services for these 2 aircraft. Air Force One and Air Force Two are distinguished by a stylized red stripe running along the fuselage and the red sun symbol on the tail and main wings. Inside, Air Force One and Air Force Two are divided into 6 sections, providing all the necessary facilities for the Prime Minister to conduct work while in flight. Similar to the US President's Air Force One, the Japanese aircraft function as mobile offices. The aircraft are designed to carry 85 passengers, with a spacious area at the front for the Prime Minister and royal family members. They are valued at $332 million each and include conference rooms, administrative offices, press briefing areas, and a cabin for important guests. In addition to their primary role of transporting senior leaders, Japan's Air Force One and Air Force Two are also used for emergency evacuations of citizens or deploying the Japan Self-Defense Forces abroad in special situations. An interesting detail is that Japan's Air Force One and Air Force Two are only used for official trips. The Prime Minister or the royal family cannot use these aircraft for personal purposes. In 2011, Prime Minister Naoto Kan faced criticism for using the aircraft to attend the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, while 500 Japanese citizens were stranded in Cairo, Egypt, needing urgent evacuation. The current Prime Minister, Shinzo Abe, has used these aircraft to visit 78 countries and territories with 176 flights over 7 years. Japan's Air Force One is 73.8 meters long, has a wingspan of 64.8 meters, and an overall height of 18.5 meters. The aircraft is equipped with 2 General Electric GE90-115 billion engines, a maximum speed of 945 kilometers per hour, and a range of over 13,649 kilometers. Although the Japanese government does not disclose the aircraft's defensive capabilities, analysts predict it is equipped with jamming and defensive systems similar to those on the US or Russian presidential aircraft. Number 6. France. You might not know that the aircraft serving the President of France was once ranked the 13th most expensive in the world, even surpassing Russian President Putin's Air Force 96-300 in 2015. This ranking did not even include the interior upgrades. The Airbus A330 is considered worth the money and convenient because it operates efficiently on both short and long routes. This aircraft is deemed a wise choice. It is an Airbus A330-200 equipped with twin engines, a wide body, and a maximum takeoff weight of 242 tons. A notable feature is the artistic yet elegant tail design. The French coat of arms is printed on the main door of the aircraft based on the basic framework of the Airbus A330-200. Additionally, the French president's aircraft is upgraded with modern interior LED lighting. It has very spacious seats and several separate rest areas for the crew. This aircraft is equipped with advanced secure communication devices and features a spacious meeting room with 60 business-class seats for VIPs. It even has the most advanced encrypted communication system. With the capacity to carry up to 247 passengers, the French president's aircraft can accommodate long meetings in the air, typical of international leaders. The aircraft costs up to $240 million, making it extremely expensive. The missile defense system of the aircraft is reinforced with a camouflage missile system. Additionally, this aircraft has a wingspan that is 0.61 meters longer than Air Force One to serve President Macron on board. It is also equipped with a modern air filtration system, a bedroom and a bathroom. The cabin includes a kitchen, a negotiation room, an operations room, and rooms for media and other entourage members. Besides the Airbus, the French president's fleet includes 2 long-range commercial jets. What do you think about President Macron's aircraft? Share your thoughts below. Number 5. India. Previously, the Prime Minister of India used to fly on an Air India Boeing 747-400 operated by the Indian Air Force. However, this old aircraft has been replaced by a new Boeing 777-300ER. India's most important individuals are usually escorted by 2 custom Boeing 777-300ERs carrying national insignia. These aircraft are designed to the standards of Air Force One, ensuring they are equally luxurious and grand. For domestic flights, the Indian president uses 4 Imperial 1353 aircraft and a custom 46-seat Boeing Business 737 from the Royal Fleet. Additionally, he has used a Lockheed Martin C-130J from the Indian Air Force. According to the Indian Ministry of Defense, the Prime Minister's Boeing 777-300ER can withstand attacks from rocket launchers or missiles and evade enemy radar systems. It is equipped with a missile defense system, radar warning devices, and a missile attack alert system. The aircraft can store food for 2,000 people and has an in-flight refueling station for emergencies. Furthermore, a team of highly specialized doctors is always ready to perform surgeries and provide medical care for senior Indian officials 24/7. The aircraft offers broadband internet, broadcasting and communication facilities, enabling the Indian Prime Minister to order counterattacks in emergencies. The Boeing 777-300ER also has an executive office and a bedroom for the Indian leader. During trips to Sri Lanka, protecting the Prime Minister involves not only transporting his team on luxurious aircraft, but also using helicopters to patrol the skies. The helicopter fleet includes 6 Mi-17 V5 helicopters recently supplied by the Indian Ministry of Defense. The Mi-17 V5 is one of the world's most advanced transport helicopters, equipped with a sliding right side door, parachute equipment, searchlight system, and emergency flotation system. The Mi-17 V5 has a maximum takeoff weight of 13 tons and can transport 36 armed soldiers or a 4.5-ton load on a hoist. The Michigan 17 V5 helicopter, customized and integrated with avionics systems, is manufactured in India. This system includes a navigation, display, and signal information system and is equipped with Storm Rocket S-8 missiles, a 23mm machine gun, a PKT machine gun, and an AKM submachine gun. This weaponry allows the crew to engage targets posing threats to national leaders. Number 4. United States. You might have noticed that every private jet mentioned above is often compared to Air Force One, the aircraft serving the President of the United States. It has become the benchmark for all global leaders' escort planes, given its unparalleled grandeur and luxury. Air Force One is more than just an aircraft. It is considered a symbol of American power, serving the most influential political figure on the planet during international trips. On Air Force One, the VIPs are seated at the front, followed by aides and journalists at the back. The plane has 2 large kitchens ready to serve guests at any time. When not in use, Air Force One is stationed at Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland, not far from the White House. Air Force One usually refers to the pair of blue and white Boeing 747-200 aircraft with the United States of America inscription on the side. They are globally recognized as a flying White House. However, after nearly 3 decades, the Boeing 747-200s serving the US president are set to be replaced by the newer Boeing 747-8i model. The Boeing 747-8i is designed to operate in the worst security scenarios, such as a nuclear war, and is enhanced with military avionics, advanced communications, and self-defense systems. According to Defense One, the total cost of the program to replace President Joe Biden's aircraft is $5.3 billion. This cost includes purchasing the aircraft, approximately $800 million if bought new, as well as customization, interior completion, and a new hangar at Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland. Notably, the manual alone costs $84 million. The U.S. Department of Defense stated that the new Air Force One manual will cost $84 million out of the billions paid to Boeing. The manual will consist of over 100,000 pages and will be released after the aircraft is delivered to the U.S. Air Force. The new Boeing 747-8i will have a range of nearly 11,000 kilometers, shorter than some private jets from Gulfstream and Bombardier, as well as the current aircraft with an unlimited range. However, the new aircraft can refuel in flight, allowing it to fly as long as the president wishes. This impressive capability enables the US president to continue flying if there is no place to land, as in a war scenario. Although this feature has never been used except in the Hollywood film Air Force One, it remains an impressive capability. The US Air Force mentioned that the new Air Force One aircraft will feature a fresher color scheme, with the nose and engine areas painted a darker blue. Despite the shorter range of nearly 11,000 kilometers, the new Air Force One will allow the US president to fly directly from Washington to distant locations such as Tokyo in Japan, Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, or Tel Aviv in Israel. Additionally, one of the highlights of the Boeing 747-8i is its new generation of General Electric engines, which are more fuel efficient than the older engines on the Boeing 747-2000. According to Defense One, the new aircraft will save the US Air Force $1.9 billion. Despite being larger, the new aircraft will have a similar capacity of 71 passengers as the current aircraft. This means the new aircraft will have more space for passengers, such as the president's office, communication room, medical room, or private bedroom. Like most other aircraft, the two new presidential aircraft will serve for 20 to 30 years. The current two aircraft have served over 30 years, with their first flight serving President Bush in 1990 and 1991. The lifespan of these two aircraft is similar to most passenger and cargo aircraft worldwide. Boeing has also announced it will retire the 747 program after more than half a century in operation. Unfortunately, former President Donald Trump will never set foot on these new aircraft, despite his efforts to cut costs for the replacement program, unless invited by President Biden or future presidents. What do you think about Joe Biden's brand new aircraft? Share your thoughts below. Number 3. Canada. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has a fleet of private jets for his travel, visits, and official trips managed by the Royal Canadian Air Force. For short flights, Trudeau usually uses the Bombardier Challenger, manufactured by the local aircraft maker Bombardier. For longer flights, such as his recent trip to Vietnam, he uses the Airbus A310-300. The Airbus A310 is a versatile, long-range, twin-engine aircraft. It surpasses most earlier A300 models with a range of about 9,600 kilometers, making it suitable for transatlantic flights. The A310 crew includes two pilots. The Prime Minister's A310 measures 46.66 meters in length, 15.8 meters in height, with a wingspan of 43.9 meters. It has an empty weight of 83 tons and a maximum takeoff weight of 157 tons. Its average speed is 990 kilometers per hour, with a maximum speed of 1,029 kilometers per hour and a ceiling altitude of 12,000 meters. The A310 is powered by two GE CF680C2A2 engines. This model can be adapted for various uses, including passenger transport, cargo, and medical evacuation. The Royal Canadian Air Force uses this model to transport important government officials. When not in use, all 5 of the government's Airbus A310-300 aircraft are parked at the Canadian Air Force Base in Trenton, Ontario. Over the years, the A310-300 has been used for transporting military personnel to various global locations. Besides its dedicated use for the Prime Minister, this aircraft is also used to transport other high-ranking officials and members of the Canadian royal family. According to the Billy Bishop Toronto City Airport travel website, the interior of the aircraft includes a bed and a workspace for Trudeau during long-haul flights. The plane features the maple leaf, a symbol of Canada. However, due to the aircraft's age, the Canadian Prime Minister has occasionally been stranded in other countries. This has led to speculation that a new aircraft might be in the cards for the future. What do you think about Canada's official aircraft? Share your thoughts below. Number 2. Pakistan. The Pakistani government has a dedicated air transport service for high-ranking officials. This service operates 2 aircraft commonly referred to as Pak-1, which include an Airbus A310-308 and a Gulfstream Aerospace GIV Gulfstream VISP for use by the President and Prime Minister. Before these aircraft were in operation, the first plane used for the Pakistani president was a Boeing 707. Former President Mohammad Zia-ul-Haq traveled in a Lockheed C-130. Former Prime Ministers Nawaz Sharif and Benazir Bhutto used a Boeing 737. Currently, the Pakistani Air Force plans to acquire an additional Gulfstream V to transport senior government officials and foreign dignitaries. All of Pakistan's VIP aircraft are based at Chaklala Air Base near Islamabad. The Gulfstream V is a popular private jet today and is produced by Gulfstream Aerospace, a subsidiary of General Dynamics, a major American defense contractor. Number 1. Germany. The most famous aircraft used by the German Chancellor is the Airbus A340-313X VIP, named Konrad Adenauer after Germany's first post-war Chancellor. The Chancellor also has several other planes managed by the German military. The VIP cabin features 2 rows of reclinable armchairs that can double as beds, creating ample space for meetings. Between the VIP cabin and the seating area is a relatively large lounge, which can be used for meetings even under pandemic conditions like COVID-19. The aircraft is designed to seat 140 people, including 3 pilots and at least 10 flight attendants. According to some sources, the twin-engine jet is also equipped with a missile defense system, crucial for trips to crisis areas. Additionally, it is connected to the internet and equipped with encrypted communication technology. The Chancellor also has a large fleet always ready for use. An Eurocopter AS-532 can be used for flights across Germany and neighboring countries or for longer trips. The fleet includes 4 jets for official trips, including the Bombardier Global 5000, valued at around $71.1 million, and 2 Airbus A319-133X CJS, each worth over $148.8 million. Both Airbus A340-313XS can accommodate about 150 passengers and boast bathrooms, bedrooms, offices, conference rooms, and a fully soundproof room for confidential discussions. The Chancellor's fleet is also equipped with security features like missile defense systems and additional fuel tanks, allowing for non-stop flights of up to 13,500 kilometers, enough to travel from Berlin to Washington, Beijing, or Rio de Janeiro. What do you think about the former German Chancellor's official aircraft? Share your thoughts below. So we've explored the luxurious and elite aircraft used by world leaders. What are your thoughts on the aircraft I've shared above? Would you like to try flying on one of these jets? Remember to comment your thoughts. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. See you in the next videos.